What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. In this video right here, we have a police officer that's sharing his encounter with a possessed woman.
And man, I'll tell you what, this is going to sound crazy. If anybody wants to think I'm nuts, I've had one call where it's kind of funny to say this, where I just went, if there's such a thing as demonic possession, this might be it. And, because you deal with unstable people all the time, but this one call I had, it was just like, you're not thinking that when you're on the call. You're not thinking, oh, that's just the devil. I've seen The Exorcist. I can just,
I need to turn my notifications off for this really quick for y'all. But that does go to say, follow me on Twitch, y'all. All right, let's get back into it.
Power of Christ compels you. Let's move on.
What do you mean by call?
Link is in the description.
I got called to, I was working with this young officer, and we got called up to this house up here on the mountain over by, it's up here on top of High Ridge, Franklin Hills area, way up here. Beautiful, beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the call comes in on the computer, and it says this guy wants his wife taken to the psychiatric center. He's just, the officers to give her a ride. And I was kind of like, man, that's your wife. That's your problem, man. You take her. But I felt like a dick when I got there because it was anything but. We get there, we knock on the door, and this elderly man opens, and he says, hey, my wife's been in the psych center for months. They've let her go, and she needs to go back. And I'm afraid to put hands on her because I don't want to fight her. I don't want her to fight back, and I don't want to be accused of hurting my wife. We've been through enough. I'm a jerk, man. She starts telling me a little bit about her, right? He says, well, she's upstairs. He goes, she's been out, I don't know, a few weeks, but she's not eating. She hasn't showered. She's not taking care of herself. She's not on her meds. And she's just been pacing up and down, back and forth, just pacing. And he goes, be careful where you step when you go up there because there's blood along the floor. All right, because she'd been dragging her feet and it just like gnawed her feet down. It was causing them to bleed out.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Holy
So,
shucks.
right then, their son comes out of the kitchen or something. He's like, hey, what's up, you guys? We're like, hey, what's up, man? And I notice he has those T-shirts, those wife beaters, is that what they're called, the tank top, real tight. And I notice he has fresh ink on. He just got tatted up because he's got ointment. I just catch this, and so we're all talking. And, the dude says, well, go upstairs, just be careful. She's up there. This is kind of already eerie. He's like, be careful. All right, man.
Wait, were you by yourself?
I had an officer with me. I had a young female with me. And as we walk up the steps, beautiful home. I can't reiterate how lovely this home was. As we come up off the steps, there's these double doors. And man, it's like right out of the movies. There she is. She's straight back. And she's just kind of taking that torque stance where she just tweaked, and her hair is just stringy and matted down, just all matted out.
Man.
And her skin is just pasty, just like, and she's doing this breathing like, I'm going, fuck. I'm going, man. And she pops up, right? And she just starts walking towards us. I'm going like, oh shit. And that's like, I'm going like, what do you do? I'm like, hey, come here. Give me your hands. Let's talk this out. Like, no, that's not going to work, man. And she walks right towards me, and she beelines it right back to where she was started. And she's just going back and forth, dragging her feet. And she's like hyperventilating, and her body's jerking. I'm going like, what the fuck? No, I'm well versed in crazy bitch because I've dated a few of them. But this was on another level, man. This was on another level. And I get the officer I'm with starts talking to her, and they're like facing each other. And this lady, she just looks at me. She just turns and looks at me, right? And she shallows her breathing, and she's looking at me, and I'm going like, what the fuck is she doing, man? I felt like red flag one, like something in her was watching me. I know that sounds nuts. It sounds like when we're looking at each other now, it's not like that. Like something was, I'm going like, this is fucking weird. So right then, their son comes upstairs. And he sees I'm engaged in this. He goes, hey, man. I'm like, what's up, dude? He goes, I'm a Christian rapper. I'm going like, what? He goes, yeah, man, I drop beats for the Lord. Like, okay, I mean, and I'm telling
what a house.
Yeah, I'm going, we got to get her. Let's get her out of here. And then right then, this old man comes up, and he has something in his hand. And I'll get to that in a second. He has something in his hand. And the kid does something, red flag number 2. The kid takes a key out, and he unlocks his bedroom door. and a deadbolt. I'm going, who does that?
Right.
I mean, you don't even have keys on this, probably on your doors, to the bedrooms here.
Regular.
Yeah. Who has
Yeah,
keys?
the little inside
Okay,
lock
yes.
on the doorknobs.
And this is also custom where it's a deadbolt.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? But I'm thinking that I'm not thinking. It's just like
Holy
things are
shit.
like, and
This is weird.
he says, hey, check this out. And he has this little machine. It says you can drop, I'm like, oh, okay, dude. He has his Bible and he sees I have tattoos. He goes, do you have to cover those up? I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, check this out. And he shows that tattoo now. And it's this angelic Christian, whatever this thing is, like a protector, a heavenly protector type thing, some religious thing. And he sees I'm watching this and I'm telling the officer, let's go. Let's get her going. It's, the whole time she's engaged in me. And the kid says something. And I'll never forget this. Now, again, I say demonic or this, if it's something else, it's not like Hollywood, man. They're not crawling on the walls and heads spinning around and these voices and all that cool shit. No, this is real. And this kid says, sir, I'm like, what's up, man? He goes, this is nothing. I'm like, what do you mean this is nothing? He goes, you should hear it at night. I go, what? You should hear it at night. I go, this is your mother. You refer to her as it? He goes, that's not my mom, bro. He goes, I don't know what that is. He goes, and that's why I lock my door. I went, fuck this, man. So we get her, right? We're like, until the officer, we got to take her. Well, then the old man standing there with that thing in his hand. You know how nowadays we have our phones and I can show you pictures.
Bro, at least he knows that it's not his mom. At least he knows it's a different entity that's taking over the body. But this is crazy.
Pictures, like this is my daughter's, my family, whatever.
Right.
Jiu-jitsu, whatever we're doing. He has a Rolodex, like 3x5 pictures that maybe your parents had, like a little album.
Right.
And they had just moved here from maybe Idaho or Iowa. Again, lovely home. He's flipping through it and he gets through this picture of this woman in the kitchen in that house. And that was her. And she's stunning. And I'm like, is this her? He goes, yeah. I go, what happened? He goes, we don't know. They don't know. I see she's an addict. She's in drugs. History of any of that?
But wait, they don't know who she is?
That's his wife. They don't know what happened to her, according to her husband.
Oh, so when the kid said that's not his mom.
Yeah. What he's saying, what he's seeing, like what she's doing.
In her current state.
Yes. He goes, that's not my mom.
Okay.
That's not like what he's saying is that's not the woman I know.
Right.
Yeah. That's mom. But
so he deadbolts his door at night because of her.
Yes.
Wow.
The demons come out.
Whatever it is, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. And we ended up, there's no dramatic, heroic ending.
Bro, I mean, like after hearing that, it's no longer whatever it is. It has to be a demon. That's not like normal, even scientifically or biologically, for someone to just turn into that and, like drag their feet so constantly that they start leaking blood. Nah, something else has to take over that body.
We ended up getting her to the psychiatric center. We gave her a ride. The breathing continued, her demeanor continued, and we turned her over to the psych center. Her husband was there, walked her in, and that was the end of it. Don't know whatever happened, but it makes you wonder, like what's going on. Like for her own son to go, lock it up, and he's turning his. It all made sense. It was like one of those Kaiser Sosa moments from The Usual Suspects, where everything comes together, man. Like it all made sense. Just protecting himself, he turning his life over to God. His talent for God, Bibles and tattoos of God, this. I'm just going, wow, man, this must really be affecting this guy, man. So, oh yeah. I mean, is it just some mental illness? I don't know,
Well,
bro, mental illness. Well, I mean, there's two things that the police officer stated in itself that it really, he even knows. Like, I feel like he's still trying to simplify it to mental illness, but he even stated that when the lady was looking at him, he literally felt as if there was someone inside of her watching him. Like, it wasn't just a regular just look. There was a being inside of her watching. That's the first thing. And then that's just crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's no longer with him saying that and then me understanding that this demon stuff, this spirituality stuff is real, just from being very, very close with certain individuals that have went through supernatural things. Literally, like there's people that can literally see spirits. Sometimes they see dark figures. They hear certain things, but like seeing it is a whole different level. Bro, I know people that have actually undergone like like real life attacks and like, you know what I'm saying, by spirits and just things like that. It's like, yo, that's why they end up getting closer to God. So for the son to be a Christian rapper and be doing his thing, I don't know exactly how deep he was into it, but the one thing that I do know is that when it does come to the demonic possession and casting out these demons and evil spirits in a situation like this, you're going to have to do it in the name of Jesus. There ain't nothing else that's going to work. You're going to have someone filled with the Holy Spirit pull up to that joint, and them demons are going to flee. That's what has to happen in a situation like that. But I guess they haven't taken that route yet. I don't know what they've done, because it's not like the son was like, yo, she's demon possessed. All he said was, yo, that's just not my mom. Even the dad sending them to a psychiatric ward. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bring it to a church. I feel like that would be more effective than a psychiatric ward. I don't know what they do, but they probably put them on drugs or pills or something to try to fix them up in a way that's not in a spiritual manner. You feel what I'm saying? Because everything that's happening right here is spiritual. That's a whole different entity taking over, which is crazy. That's a great story. It's very eye-opening, y'all. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do smash the like button if you do want to catch me on live. Like I said, Twitch link is in the description. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. The same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace. Love y'all.